But if you minimize the hits and stuff in practice, you're going to minimize concussions, and it's part of the game. I'm not saying that it's the right part of the game, but it is part of the game. But being a fireman, taking risks, being a police, or what have you. So I don't, everything has a risk, and sometimes if the risk is worth the reward. And in my situation, it was. And in my son's eyes, he feels the same way. I couldn't stop him from something he wants, he loves and wants to do.
Good enough. Last question for me. Through all the times that we've talked, I never asked you, where'd the nickname Biscuit come? How did that
Deep
start?
down in Inslee, Bush Elementary School, with Bush Magnet Middle School now, I guess that's what it's called. But I'm sitting around the cafeteria table, laughing and joking with guys, and somebody called me Biscuit Head, and next thing you know, I hear 40-some years later, Biscuit, and that's the only significance. They're just a big old head guy from Inslee.
And I just want to ask, I know you probably keep up with Alabama, but defense was spectacular last year. What do you see coming back this year?
Well, believe it or not, I don't keep up as much as you would think, but I can give you a little something. Why? Because I saw the spring game. I think our secondary, honestly, I think the secondary can match up with some NFL secondaries right now, today. I watch those kids. Of course, I have special interest in, with Marvin Humphrey, Bobby Humphrey's son there. Those kids are phenomenal. Very disciplined, which a defensive back has to be, and I saw that across the board. So I'm everybody wants to talk about up front or whatever, but if you can't have guys back there that can cover, you're going to be in trouble. But I do think the secondary is one of the finest in the nation.
Did you have any interactions with Carl Dunbar while he was at Buffalo?
No, but I know the name and have met Carl before and have read his bio and see the things. So he has great tutelage. He's been with some great coaches, and from what I understand, his work ethic is tremendous, and what he expects out of the guys, and he's been to the next level, which is key. I like coaches that have played. That's my personal preference, that really know what it's like to be in the fire and not, read about it or heard about it or whatever. If you've been in the fire, you can really tell, and so I'm excited to see what he does. We lost a great coach in Bo, at the university, but, things happen, and we were able to replace him with a tremendous coach.
And I apologize if you've been asked some of these things before, but Children's Village. You've done this golf tournament now, I think it's 6 years. What is it about this charity that's so special to you?
Well, my sister-in-law's interested in it. She's the director there, but growing up in Birmingham, I'd never heard of it. And it's been around since the 50s. And once I heard about it and heard about the situation here, them losing some state funding and dealing with people like where I grew up, inner city kids who've been, had whatever happened to hardships in their life or whatever, that was an easy choice for me to come back and try to do something to help. I've had people help me all along the way, pushing me in the back, keeping me going. And that's all these kids need is a helping hand. And whatever we could do, my family and I, we want to do it. I come to Birmingham for this specific reason only. It's to hold this golf tournament. And so all my time when I do arrive, the moment I get here on the airport, is dedicated to Children's Village kids. So I could be doing 1,000 other things, and so could the other guys that be here, but I made it a point to them that this is important to me, and they know that it's important to me, so they've made it important to them as well.
How special is it to see how much this community still, you come and hold a golf tournament, you get a great showing. People still want to come and help out for Cornelius.
Oh, man, it's tremendous. We've had some of the same people for 6 years, for the whole 6 years, and they keep telling people, and then they come out, and that's the beauty of this. We continue to grow every year, and I keep telling everybody, tell a friend. If you can't donate your money, put in a team, donate your time. So we have a lot of volunteers, and that's what it's about, community. That's the true meaning of community to me, helping hands. Growing up, that's how it was in my community. You might not have much, but somebody needed something, you were there for them, and that's what I'm trying to spread here.
And I kind of came in on the tail end of your first interview, and you were talking about satellite cams. Just if you could share your thoughts on those.
I'm not a big fan of them. I just think it's, I think it's a money grab. That's the best way I can put it. I think it's a money grab for the people that are holding the camps. It does give some kids who can't afford to go to a lot of these big camps or whatever an opportunity. I won't deny them that. But overall, I'm not for them. I think the kids, they have the kids going too hard and in these camps going one-on-one against each other, which I think should be a no-no, especially the big guys. I mean, we outlawed it in the NFL, as far as one-on-one with no pass zone. I think that's ridiculous. It's the injury factor there goes way up or whatever, but the only positive for it, again, is giving the kids who don't have a chance to go to those big camps a chance to be seen.
The biggest news of the last week has been in the SEC is Jeffrey Simmons at Mississippi State and how they decided to let him come in despite the video that surfaced.
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, he was caught on video hitting a woman, but he was defending his sister, so it's kind of a weird thing. But how should colleges approach stuff like that? Kids with kind of a checkered background, maybe.
Each individual case, I think, should be handled individually. You can't group everybody together because you don't know the full situation. Like you're saying, it's a difficult situation. I mean, family members, so I don't know. I haven't seen anything that you're talking about, but everybody's got something in their life that they're not happy about. So you got to judge them as such, and if you choose to be so judgmental and whatever, then so be it as well. But I think each individual case should be handled as an individual case.